In this session, we're going to take a look at the Tesla Thin Client graphical user interface. The Thin Client works by retrieving data directly from the server and displaying it on the screen for user interaction. To begin, we click on the Start menu and then select the TESLAPower icon. When the system opens, it will display the New York ISO total model, since that was the last model that was being used in this system. The New York system ISO is a system of 11 different service areas. Aggregated together, they make up the NYISO total. There are 19 weather stations used in this solution. Looking at the screen for the graphical display, and starting from the left, in the first column we have the load forecast, the actual load as it's available, the difference between the forecast and the actual, where the actual is available, and then one at a time the 19 weather stations that are available. Because there is so much data there, it scrolls off to the right of the screen. To see the last weather station, scroll to the right until you've brought forward the information that you want to take a look at. Now let's return back to the left, and let's take a look at that model in the graphics display. Simply click on the tab labeled Graph, and this brings forward the display of the 7 days of the solution horizon for the New York ISO total. And not only is the base level forecast for the ISO total shown, the forecast for the 11 component models are also shown. To look at an individual model, we need to select it from the selection tree. Let's pick the New York City model as the one which we've been working with in the thick client. When we select the New York City model, this brings up the graphics display of the New York City model and the 4 weather stations that are used in it. And if we go to the graphics tab, that will show the solution for this model only. If we want to look at the current day, we select a 1-day display horizon, and in this display you'll see, as you saw in the thick client, that the forecast is shown in blue and the actual load is shown in red. Here you see just a little bit of the red peeking out below the blue forecast line. Now let's take a look at tomorrow by clicking on the day button to advance it a day. Day after tomorrow, returning back to the current day by selecting to the left. Now let's go back and take a look at some display options for the total system. Let's go back to the New York ISO total and get back to a 7-day horizon. And let's activate the Display Options tab. In this tab, starting from the top, we have the option to display the full weather data. If we select that, then all of the measures used for each weather station is shown. Clear it and return to temperatures only. Automatic refresh, which we have left off for this demonstration, is a feature that causes the system to poll the database periodically, and if there is an update, to retrieve it and to show it. In the results to view, we're currently looking at the forecast. One option is to look at temperature steps, the quick scenarios that we've shown in the thick clients. Let's select that to take a look. And what we're showing here is 6 degrees below the baseline forecast, 3 degrees below the baseline forecast, 3 degrees above, and 6 degrees above in solution. If we click to the graphics display, you'll see that we are seeing that same graph with temperatures below the baseline forecast shown in blue, the baseline in green, and temperatures above shown in shades of red. We can look at a single day, the same fashion that we looked at the forecast. It shows the current day. Note that the Solutions don't diverge until after hour 9. This is because we do not show a cluster of solutions about periods for which we have the actual weather available. Page forward to look at the solution for tomorrow and the next day, and so on. Returning back to the current day, let's return to the 7 days of solution. And let's go back and show the forecast. In the forecast mode, we also have options to graph the weather together with the load solution. That lies outside the scope of this demonstration. Let's get back to the New York City total, or to the New York ISO total, that is. And from this display, let's close out the system. We want to close out from this position because the system remembers the last display that it was showing and begins the next time from that point. So we'll close out and end this demo now.